Hi, just making a quick pros and cons video. I've put up a few pictures of myself on Facebook with my little vape, and I'm getting a lot of questions from my friends about it. So I just want to cover some of that stuff and also put the information out there as well for anyone who might be looking into it before they start vaping themselves. So let's get on to the pros, shall we? First one would be that it is a healthier alternative to smoking. The problem with smoking is that you are taking tar into your lungs. You're breathing in burnt plant material, okay? And tar contains over 4,000 chemicals, some of which have carcinogenic properties. So it's not necessarily the nicotine that is the issue, it is the delivery system, okay? So what we have here in the tank is e-liquid. Now, e-liquid contains 4 ingredients, one of which is nicotine, which is actually optional. You can have e-liquid with or without nicotine. The other ingredients are propylene glycol and vegetable glycerin. And flavoring, okay, so the PG and VG are vehicles for the flavoring and nicotine and also produce the vapor as well. Now, at the moment, there are no known harmful side effects of vaping PG and VG, okay? So even people who are skeptical of vapes still agree that this is a much healthier alternative compared to cigarettes. So that's the first pro. The next pro would be the actual vapor itself. I find it really satisfying and enjoyable. So I'll give you a bit of a demonstration. It's an improvement on cigarette smoke, if you ask me. It's a better flavor. It doesn't linger around. There's no residual scent. You're not going to stain your teeth from it. It's not going to stain your fingers. You can vape inside. And my boyfriend has never been a cigarette smoker, so it was always really just awful for me to come along and interact with him after I'd been smoking cigarettes. So yeah, you eliminate that problem. There's nothing that's going to be left over. You can wake up the next day and not have ashtray mouth. Fantastic. Okay, now the other really good thing is this is a pretty basic unit, and the battery here is 650 mAh, which is milliamps per hour. That determines the duration of the battery life, and also how many puffs that you can get out of it. It's holding up really well. I've been vaping for 3 days now, and I've only had to charge it twice. Okay, so it's pretty durable. It's lasting me a long time. There are other batteries out there, of course, that have more battery life in them, so that's great as well. So they last a long time. Now, what else is there? Oh yeah, of course. Where have I put it? So that is 50 mils of e-liquid. Okay. This tank takes 1.6 mils, and I've been vaping on these all day, and I only have to fill up the tank about once a day. So the mileage that you get from that is absolutely fantastic. Now, that costs $11. It's going to fill that up like 35 times. Much better than a $20 packet of cigarettes that will be gone in a single night. So really, really, really excellent. One of the problems that I had with analog cigarettes was that I found that you couldn't control your intake, really. You were limited to the actual cigarette itself. I found that if I was, out having a couple of drinks and stuff and I was having a cigarette, they would sometimes go way too quickly and it would run out and I wasn't ready for the cigarette to be finished. And likewise, I would wake up sometimes in the morning a little bit hungover and seedy, and I would come outside and I'd light up a cigarette and stuff and then just be like, not in the mood for that right now. And I would stub it out and pretty much throw away a whole cigarette just because I only wanted 1 or 2 draws, you know what I mean? This allows you to completely control your intake. You can have as many puffs or as few puffs as you want. You are completely in control. So that is absolutely excellent as well. Now, let's talk about the con. It's a pretty big one, I suppose, and it is that there's no conclusive studies that have been done at the moment that can really prove that they are harmless. There's nothing that's showing that they are harmful at the moment, but yeah, they haven't proved that they're completely harmless. So we're waiting on something like that to be produced. Now, if you'd like to know more about vaping and what the effects are and everything like that, you'd like to know more about PG and VG, I watched a really good video on YouTube. It goes for about an hour, and it's called Electronic Cigarettes, What We Know So Far. So yeah, if you'd like to know much more, it goes into a fair bit of detail about it all. Go have a watch of that, and yeah, you can make up your mind about vaping after you have a look at that video. Alright, well, that's pretty much it. That's all the pros and cons that I can think of right now, so I'll let you guys go. Have a good one.